Good morning, everyone. It's still morning. Oh, the sun just hit my being. I had a couple of really amazing, beautiful, wonderful experiences this morning. One was, there's Tinkle. Hey, Tinkle, where's your sissy? You guys been missing for what, 3 days? I got food for you. Come on, piggy. Let's go see if Sissy is back. They've been up in the woods, not too far from here, because they've been spotted eating acorns. You know, as humans, we can't eat acorns raw. They have to be processed. I don't see I'm going to put you here for a moment. I don't see Sissy here, so she must still be up there. Piggy. And again, we have these pigs at the moment, not for food, because there's still plenty. I got them for snakes, certain other varmints that pigs are really good to repelling from your immediate surroundings. And pigs, right? Pigsty. What does that spell? Pigs are not like that, actually, and they're more natural habitat. Right? So you wonder sometimes, why are things the way they are? And most likely it's because they're not meant to be the way they are. Okay. But pigs are very clean animals. And they're very easy to take care of. They need very, very little. So, but one was this morning where I'm coming, Hercules. My oldest daughter, managed to, which other people have seen and made pictures of, a little farther north from here, west from here, where they had a, wait a second. A blood red sunrise. Beautiful. It was a beautiful, absolutely beautiful sunrise. And my daughter noticed, took a picture and shared it on Facebook. And I had to kind of put it into my photo file so I could share it, because hers is not as open as mine. Hey. And my immediate thought was, oh, she noticed on her way to work or bringing the kids to school, whatever. She noticed. How many people did that miss? How many people missed that this morning? Because where is our mind? Where are our thoughts that we miss something beautiful like that? But she didn't, and she shared it. Right? And others can say, yes, and also show pictures. That's, to me, wonderful. Because we're so groomed, and so directed into just seeing the negative, that we miss a lot of things that are very good and very beautiful and even amazing, right? To us. Should be to us. given to us, right? As a balance. Then I had another little experience where I needed, though I know a lot myself about all herbal medicine and alternative medicine, this and that, I needed a little help with a question from a parent about the child. Well, we got this going on. What do we do? And I remembered that, gosh, it's got to be 2 or 3 years ago now, gosh, maybe longer, where I had a conversation with someone that had gone through the exact same thing and treated their ailment, that ailment, in an alternative way. But that person and I have somewhat of a interesting, difficult, a little bit combative history. I'm not saying as if neither of us, but I mean, we've seen each other face to face, but as far as either one of us really knowing anything about each other's lives, we don't. But there are some things that we share in common, some things we approve of each other, and some things we just don't. Done. And I took a long shot, and I even wrote, I said, hey, this is a long shot, maybe you won't even respond, but I know that you have treated this disease in your own family, within your own self, and I can remember 1 or 2 things, but not the rest. So please, this is about a child, right? And within minutes, I got the information. That told me something about that person that I will never forget, regardless on what the future holds for either of us. And that is that even though he put our differences aside to help a child. Yep. What I found in my life of faith is, regardless of how I have to step in, and in a way, defend God's point of view, defend the laws of heaven, regardless, whatever anybody wants to say out there. I also have moments in my life where I'm reminded of, okay, yes, I had to make that step and ask. And I was also humbled that I was worthy the reply. Yeah, I could say, well, that was his, or the... no, I don't look at it that way. I've said this before. Look in the goodness of people, right? We can do things all over the place in just a superficial way. As I said, read the headlines and a little more, but are not doing the in-depth study. Or, where did this information come from? Is it people need to stay anonymous? Well, that's already a red flag to me. Okay? Yes? And that we don't drown in relying on just rumors and gossip, or okay, people have agendas out there, right? And yet what's the person really all about, right? Yeah. Well, anyway, so I think that's one of the reasons, in many ways, that in the divine principle there is a very clear path of every human being on how you conduct yourself in life and how you build up. How you build up, succeed, how you restore, but not at the cost of anyone, rather to enhance everyone's life. Right? And sometimes we have to go through, that's a sickness, this, that then we figure out, oh, there's actually a way. Okay, just saying. So anyway, it's, again, right? Wow, well, can there be any more great things happening in my life? Every day there are great things happening in my life. I'm learning from, I'm realizing, I somehow find the connection that God has, God's point of view has, to a person that I might not really be able to relate to anymore. Right? Oh, still, don't think I can, to the main agenda. But there's one thing that really inspired me about True Father, Reverend Moon, and that is he wanted to be able to find a way, even under the most dire circumstances, to feed the whole world. And there's a place in Brazil called Jardim where they've done all kinds of different ways on how to produce food, right? And because, again, I live in a microclimate here, which is tropical and Arctic, depending, but for a short amount of times. But the fauna, the flora, even in the way that the animals can exist here in this little microclimate is amazing. It's really amazing. Right? If you then live in a part of the world where, hey, you two have been fed this morning. Why are you fighting the piggy for its food? Huh? Gus, come here. And of course, Ozzy, come here. Oh, he's a good boy. And of course, Ozzy won't do anything on his own unless he has some help. Huh? Right. Gus says, yeah, but isn't he my teacher? Yeah, gotcha. Right there. And are you ready to go out? Let me put some hair. And so there's this one place in Brazil, and I can see why True Father chose that place. It's a big, huge, I have no idea what's happened to that place now. I know that my family contributed to the second blessing, right, which was for that place, which means to me that's an important, very, very important part when it comes to the idea that True Father had on feeding the whole world. Okay? Yeah. I'm just saying. By the way, because we did that, we got a little stone from Mount Gerizim, where Jesus was, from Israel, and it's on where it was on a little plaque, this snap. And because I thought I was going to go back to Switzerland, I wanted to make sure that this was going to someone that really treasured Jesus. Oh, so you think it was one of my children or grandchildren? I found someone more so dedicated. Yes? Yeah. Which was one of my little nieces. Yes. And I ended up giving that to her. And she just treasures it. She has a certain comprehension of all that. Right. Is it always in our own family? Is it always with our own grandchildren? Nope. No, it isn't. Yes. So, just saying. Great little treasure that found its right place, though, for the next generation. Right? Yes? Okay. Anyway. Oh, wait. Hay. You guys want some hay, too, out there? You gonna eat it? Yeah, you will eat this. So I had one bale of grass hay, kind of just, they hated it. They don't like that stuff. This has sticks in it, thorns, I don't know what, and it will gobble this up, right? Yeah. No problem. You've been so good. No more problems since they're not together. Then there was this other venture that True Father invested in, which is spirulina. People can go read up on that. Yes. Let's eat spirulina. Aren't people making all them drinks out of it? What if you could just live on that, right? Yeah. Or that's what you would have. And then another thing that I saw was in California, there is a guy, also from the Family Federation for World Peace, who established this farm where they grow things in small places per se, but big enough, but the quality of the food is unbelievable. It's incredible. It is. And the one guy that is in charge of all that, and the way he explained everything, the connection, that it's not just a physical part that grows things, but the spiritual part, and on how, when you really truly connect the two parts, not just out there, but within yourself, towards what you're growing, then you have incredible results. The give and take, between the physical and the spiritual, in doing anything on earth as it is in heaven, so it shall be on earth. And then the saying of, you're supposed to, as mankind, as human beings, be the master, right, of things on earth. And be able to pull forth the best of everything, in everything. Right? Yes? Anyway, so, but in a way, from the way I see it, of seen, when True Father passed away, that part kind of died with him. Other things gained more popularity, which I can't agree with. I can't find maybe another part, where somehow it has a place. I don't know where. I can't find it, but in a way, the give and take that I had with this one particular person proves to me that there's more to that person than what life has given to him, or on how it's supported, or yeah. But again, I'm not the judge of that. But I seen a glimmer of hope. I thought, people have told me, why don't you write a book? Why don't you do this or that with all the herbal knowledge that you have? And I'm going, everybody already has that. And the growing knowledge. And I said, oh, I don't have to. It's already all out there. There's nothing new I have to give to people except for showing there's someone doing it. Right? And others are doing it for the sake of everyone to keep the knowledge, hopefully. But there was one thing, that with some of the I don't want to say crisis, but with some of the things going on out there, what if you can't preserve your food in the way that people have preserved food for a long time, still doing some, but not really, on their own at home? What if you don't have refrigeration? What if you don't have, what would you grow that would keep fresh over the whole winter as well? And I thought that was something, that what about if you just have the seeds, grow the food, then store it and draw from it until you harvest again, without having to have all these things that go with it that you might not have available anymore in the future. There's many things. Squash is one that you can keep after you harvest it. Just proven that with one of my butternut squash. I harvested that last October, and it lasted until September. Since September, that was the last one I used, and it was still as good. There was no fibery stuff going on, or it dried up inside, or got moldy, or nothing. It was as fresh as and as good as the day I picked it. For example, squash. There's different ones that will last for a long time. I'm doing a little experiment with my pumpkins this year. Beans. You can grow a variety of beans and then let them go, harvest them, and dry them, and have the dried beans. And they last in a jar forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever, and their seed as well. Okay. For example, the Jerusalem artichoke, you can leave over hard winters. You grow them, they're beautiful, and then you get out what you need, and the rest of it you leave in your bed in the garden, and get it when you need it, and they're as fresh can be. In the spring, once things start to warm up, yes, they either grow, whatever you left in there, the next crop, or some of them, depending, might go bad. But since I've been doing that, except for the mother seed, that will no doubt go bad. It's been a great way to grow Jerusalem artichoke as a root vegetable. Very healthy, very good. Yeah, you can do the same thing with carrots and certain other vegetables that you can grow in the early winter, like turnips, for example. And yes, if they freeze, you will have, but it's still, they won't go entirely bad, and you'll have then other things that just grow naturally, out here, where I won't have to worry about growing certain other things. All right. If you have one or two vegetables like that, you're going to be all right. You will get the vitamins and minerals than collecting the seeds of what most people consider weeds, right? That are also very nutritious. So are we really that desolate when it comes to being able to provide for ourselves, even if I think that that would be a no? What I think is that we have to just ask ourselves if we feel there's such a big problem going on out there, this, that, where does our attention lie? To be able to either teach others, first of all, know how to, and then teach others, or have enough to help others with the difficulties. So, yeah. It was an interesting morning for me, right? And I'm grateful to people out there. When I say I'm grateful to people out there who continuously on the side of goodness are still learning and still giving from the past to the present to the future when it comes to the actual true survival of the people on earth, right? Which is a simple thing. You need water and food, right? A little sunshine. Not much more than that. Companionship, a little love from each other as well. So, but we've been spoiled. We have a lot. And we're worried about a lot. And are forgetting that the simple things, like a short give and take over, this child needs help. I know you've done this. Would you be willing to give me, even though we're not really on good speaking terms or whatever? And the answer came within a few minutes. Setting aside certain conflicts, especially for a child, yes, that's the right thing to do. And everybody else out there should do the same. And we should worry about our children. We should. If people don't see the differences on certain things that are now in libraries and schools advocated to our children, and don't see the difference of the behavior of the adult to the behavior of the child, and on how that is being used to literally indoctrinate and groom our children, then I'm not expecting for you to ever help a child out there in need. You will be someone that will run away to save your own. Yes? Okay. Well, that's freedom of will, freedom of choice. I had a good morning, but I had to mention that. Yes? Make good choices, right? Out there, please. And know that, the balance between the negative and the positive is important. My daughter's picture, busy life, this, but she didn't miss the beauty around her. That's so freely given for a moment of utter wow and amazement. Capturing it, we can do that now, and share it. Yes? Yeah. Well, that's what I wanted to share this morning. God's love and blessings always, and I will, and protect you, and I will talk to y'all another time.